Andrew Kavanagh has just confirmed something huge. So big, in fact, we're going to skip the intro and get straight to it. Rangers have launched a £16 million share issue to fund their summer transfer spend as chairman Andrew Kavanagh gets set to back boss Danny Röhl in the market once again. The American has written an open letter to supporters ahead of the Premiership title run-in and outlined the next stage of the investment plan at Ibrox following the takeover last May. Kavanagh and 49ers Enterprises joined forces to secure a 51% shareholding in Rangers before underwriting the majority of a £20 million rights issue. Russell Martin spent considerable sums last summer before Röhl was able to add 4 players to his squad in January. Rangers sit 3 points off the pace being set by Hearts in the Premiership title race. Fans have been told to brace themselves for price rises off the park, but the Ibrox Supremo has vowed to put his hand in his pocket once again. Kavanagh said, "In football, the level of resources committed to the squad is directly linked to the quality on the pitch. If we want to continue to improve on the pitch, we need to increase the total amount of resources of the club, while also shifting as many of those resources to the men's first team as possible. We are raising season ticket prices by 6.5%, except juvenile tickets, which will be kept at the same price. We do not take ticket prices and increases for granted. We recognize the exceptional commitment supporters make to the club in the form of ticket purchases. The cost to run the club, player wages, agents' fees, security, food and beverage are all rising faster than the overall rate of inflation. We either need the club's revenues to keep pace, or we need to decrease the money spent on the squad. We don't believe this is the time to decrease the player and football budget. In fact, we think the opposite. We are not asking supporters to do all the heavy lifting. We are raising £16 million of additional capital through a new share issue, effective immediately. The capital will be used to support player acquisitions and other club needs. This increases the total capital invested in the club to £36 million in the last year. Increasing the revenue and capital is only part of the path to allocating more resources to the men's first team. If we're going to ask supporters to pay more for tickets, we have an obligation to spend those funds wisely. We have shrunk the size and cost of the executive team. We are systematically reviewing every part of the club, looking for ways to be more efficient, thus enabling a greater share of the resources to go to the men's first team. In other news, Mikey Moore has left little room for ambiguity when discussing what comes next in his career. And for Rangers supporters, his latest comments will feel like a significant boost at a crucial stage of the season. Still only 18, the on-loan winger has rapidly evolved from a promising addition into one of the most exciting young players at Ibrox. His 6th goal for the club, scored in the emphatic 4-1 victory over Aberdeen on Saturday, was another reminder of just how influential he has become under Danny Röhl. What once looked like a developmental loan spell has transformed into a key role in a team still finding its identity. Moore's journey in Glasgow has not been without its challenges. After arriving from Spurs last summer, he was thrown into a Rangers side struggling for rhythm and consistency under Russell Martin. Both player and club endured a difficult start to the campaign, with performances falling short of expectations. For Moore, in particular, adapting to the physicality and intensity of Scottish football proved to be a steep learning curve. However, the turn of the year has marked a clear shift. Since the beginning of 2026, Moore has found another level, both in confidence and output. His directness, creativity, and willingness to take responsibility in the final third have made him a constant threat down the left flank. More than just moments of quality, he is now delivering consistent performances, and that evolution has not gone unnoticed by the Rangers faithful. The reception he received upon being substituted against Aberdeen spoke volumes. A warm ovation from the Ibrox crowd reflected not only appreciation for his performance on the day, but recognition of his growth over the course of the season. For a young loanee, earning that level of connection with the supporters is no small feat. Moore himself has been quick to acknowledge that bond. Speaking after the match, he openly admitted how much the backing from the stands has meant to him. Feeling valued as a young player, particularly one on loan, can often make the difference in development, and in Moore's case, it appears to have played a significant role in unlocking his best form. "I feel the love from the fans," he said, highlighting just how welcomed he has felt despite the early struggles. It's a sentiment that underlines the mutual appreciation between player and supporters, a relationship that has strengthened as his performances have improved. Looking ahead, uncertainty still surrounds his long-term future. His parent club, Spurs, remain locked in a Premier League relegation battle, a situation that could have a direct impact on Moore's next steps. Should they retain their top-flight status, another loan move could be on the table. If not, their circumstances may force a different approach entirely. Despite that uncertainty, Moore's stance could not be clearer. He is enjoying every moment of his time at Rangers. Describing the club as special, he spoke with genuine affection about his experience in Glasgow, while also acknowledging that key conversations will take place over the summer. There is a maturity in his outlook. Rather than rushing into decisions, Moore is focused on finishing the season strongly, with 7 games still to play. At the same time, he is aware that discussions behind the scenes are already beginning, both with his representatives and his parent club. Crucially though, it was his closing remarks that will resonate most with Rangers supporters. Moore admitted that if the circumstances align, he would love to stay beyond the current campaign. It is a statement that not only reflects his happiness at the club, but also opens the door to what could be a hugely beneficial continuation for both parties. From a Rangers perspective, retaining a player of Moore's profile, even temporarily, would represent a major positive. At 18, he is far from the finished article, yet he is already influencing games at a high level. With another year of development, particularly in a side that is itself still evolving, there is every chance he could take a significant leap forward. His performances suggest there is much more to come. The raw attributes, pace, flair, and fearlessness are already evident, but it is his growing understanding of the game that stands out. Decision-making in the final third, positional awareness, and consistency are all improving, pointing towards a player with genuine top-level potential. For now, the focus remains on the present. Rangers are still building under role, and Moore is becoming an increasingly central figure in that process. Yet as the summer approaches, attention will inevitably shift towards what comes next. If Moore has his way, this story in Glasgow may not be over just yet. And based on his trajectory over the past few months, that is a prospect that should excite everyone connected with the club. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.